what's up guys, welcome back. It's cool 38 degrees outside. Today we're going to be working on a new exhaust for the silver car, so I'll show you what I have. I picked up this rear section right here from Louis Spec Garage. If you don't know who they are, check out this Integra. So I have the rear section here, and I picked up eBay exhaust for the piping. We all know how terrible eBay exhaust sound. So this is the resonator on the eBay exhaust. I'm going to end up cutting this off. And this resonator came off an exhaust I was using previously. If you look back in my video where the silver car gets some Integra Type R goodies, I put this exhaust on. Something flew off the back of the car, hit it, and it ripped off one of the hangers right here. So I'm going to cut this resonator off, put it on this, and then just use the rest of the eBay exhaust for the piping. So first thing I'm going to do is jack up the silver car and get the exhaust that's on there off of it. So I have the rear section off on this car. This is the HKS center section, an S pipe. It has two resonators in it. And this is this muffler delete right here. I'm gonna end up putting this on the white car because I love the way this sounds, but I just need something with bigger piping diameter. So right now I'm gonna stick this K-tune rear section on and the S pipe right over here. Let's see what I'm gonna have to do to cut it and make it fit. Alright, so the rear section's on. Fits pretty good. Now, underneath here, I don't know if you can see up there, I have the straight section on. So where the S pipe goes, this transitions to 2 3/4, and it's a slip fitting. So I'm going to chop the flange off the S pipe. I'll show you in a second what I'm going to do. So right here, this is the part that slips into the muffler that I have. So I'll be left with a 2.5 in, 2 3/4 outside. So I got this adapter here. I'm gonna slide that in, weld that across here. I'm gonna take this flange here and I'm gonna chop it back close to the flange as I can, and then weld this side to this, and then I could cut down the pipe to make up the difference for how long I need. The pipe sits in about 2 inches maybe, so I'm gonna cut this real quick and then get this welded on. Alright, so now I've got the flange cut off. So I'm going to put this on here, like this, and weld that around there. I'm going to clean all this up with a flapper wheel and around this, so I'll at least get a decent surface. So I'm going to forewarn you, I'm not that great of a welder, but I'm a really good grinder. So hopefully this turns out at least decent. So I got it welded on. As you can see, it's definitely booger weld. I didn't lie when I said I can't weld that well. But I'm going to take a grinder or the flat wheel, clean all this up, make sure there's no holes. There is, I'll go over it again and go over and weld it again, and then I'll flap it down just to make sure it's not going to leak. So now it's grinded down. I just threw some spray paint on there so the weld doesn't rust. So once that dries, I'm going to try to fit it back to the car and make a measurement to see how much I got to cut off this guy. This line here is how far it goes into the muffler. And this guy's just gonna slide over here. So however much the gap is, we'll measure it and cut it off. Alright, so here's the eBay straight section. Everyone knows the eBay resonators sound like trash, like a swarm of bees. So this is the resonator I had on the car a while back, and it sounded awesome with a muffler delete. So I'm going to use this one. Have this little adapter. I'm going to cut this one here and replace the resonator, and then almost all the exhaust will be done besides the test pipe that I have. The flange on the triangle part doesn't line up with the header, so I'm gonna have to cut that and spin that a little bit. I feel like my welds are getting somewhat better. They're not booger as they were before. I don't know. I'm still gonna grind them down though, because they still look like crap to me. But when you're using the Harbor Freight Special, can't expect much. Alright, so I have all the exhaust and everything bolted up. I have a couple different test pipes. I have this one. I just cut this off of. And neither one of these is short enough. They're both too long. I need it to be 13 and 7/8. So this is 2 1/4 here. And this right here is 15 and 3/8. So I'm going to cut off I think 3 1/4 or whatever. But anyway, this right here with this welded back to it would equal the 13 and 7/8 that I need. So I'm going to try to do this without a sleeve. So I got it cut, and surprisingly I cut it pretty straight, considering I never cut metal straight. And it actually equals where I need it to be. So I gotta go test fit it on the car and get the clock in position right for the flanges, mark that, and then I'll come back and weld it up. So got this thing welded, grinded down pretty good. So I gotta yank this O2 sensor out, since I'm still OBD2, and put that in the test pipe. Hopefully it's long enough, and then just finish up bolting the exhaust to the car. Alright, so we're going to give it the first start. So that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. Before anyone says anything, I already know the car's slow, but you know, every YouTube car guy has to have at least one pull on his channel, so there was mine. I really don't do that too often, so don't expect too much of them. But I'm really happy with how the exhaust came out. It sounds awesome. It doesn't seem to be rattling around or anything like that, so I guess I did an okay job. I'm really happy it didn't sound like a swarm of bees. That was my main concern. But other than that, it was pretty easy to fabricate. I have zero welding skills, and it doesn't have any exhaust leaks or anything like that, so you never know what you can do until you try. So until next time, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.